100 stories that don't waste your time at WJBF.com. The most watched news station in the CSRA, News Channel 6.
Happy St. Patrick's Day to you. Are you going to need your green rain jacket this morning? I'll have all the details for you coming up.
Now on Good Morning Augusta, a nationwide manhunt now underway. We'll tell you South Carolina's connection to the incident. Plus, people gathering here in Augusta to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. We'll take you to the festive event. And later, why a man is now sued because his dating habits were posted online by women checking to see if they were the only ones dating him. Details as your #1 source for local weekend morning news starts right now.
Live from Television Park, this is Good Morning Augusta on WJBF News Channel 6.
Well, good morning, sunshine. Happy St. Patrick's Day. It's great to see you. I'm Sean Cabbage-Duck. Coverage you can count on begins with a search for a man in a cross-country killing spree that's still ongoing. Police identifying the suspect in the murder of a New Mexico State police officer and also linking him to a female paramedic who was found dead in South Carolina. Johnny Fernandez leads us off today.
Police are searching for the suspect wanted in 2 cross-country killings of a New Mexico State police officer and a paramedic in South Carolina.
Jeremy Smith, we are coming for you.
Police say 33-year-old Jeremy Smith is a person of interest in the death of 52-year-old Phoenicia Machado IV in Dillon County, South Carolina, who was reported missing on Thursday. Police say Smith drove her white BMW across the country to Quay County, New Mexico, where he got a flat tire early Friday on I-40. 35-year-old Officer Justin Hare was dispatched to help.
When without warning, the suspect pulled out a firearm and shot Officer Hare. Smith then walked to the driver's side and shot Officer Hare again. Smith pushed Officer Hare into the passenger seat and drove away in Officer Hare's patrol unit, with Officer Hare still inside.
New Mexico State Police Chief emotional, recounting Officer Hare's final moments.
The last words Officer Hare uttered on this earth was to offer help to a man who was about to kill him.
New Mexico State Police say Smith has an extensive criminal history dating back decades in South Carolina, and he has ties to the Albuquerque area. Johnny Fernandez, ABC News, New York.
Time for a check of the forecast with meteorologist Sherry Sheely. Good morning, my friend. I see you have on green. I can't wait to see how it works for the
Yes. So top of the morning to you.
Top of the morning.
And happy St. Patrick's Day to you. So looking at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam, we've got some blues and yellows here picking up. And what do blue and yellow make? That's green. And we've also got some green that's showing up on our satellite and radar. So we've got a cold front that's approaching our area, and with that associated moisture that's going to bring in a chance of some showers early this morning and also primarily this afternoon. So definitely want to have that green rain gear handy. Temperature-wise, pretty mild out there in the 50s, 57 in Barmel, 58 in Bamberg. Cooler spots for 52 there in McCormick for you. So even our temperatures are in the green. Current winds, pretty calm, ranging from about 5 to 10 miles per hour coming from the west right now. So planning out your morning, if you're going to church this morning, might need a light jacket if the lower 50s are cool to you. So 53 at 8 a.m. with lots of clouds building in. And then our chance of rain doesn't really come in until about lunchtime, so maybe after services are over with. Temperatures in the 60s and also a chance of some morning showers. So your weather headlines for today, definitely going to be a cloudy day. Going to see more clouds than sun, but we could see some St. Patty's Day showers. I'll have all the details on what you can expect for your St. Patrick's Day forecast and beyond, all coming up. Back to you, Sean.
All right, sounds good. Thank you. Coverage you can count on continues with the community celebrating the festivities a day early at the St. Patrick's Day Parade downtown Augusta. Here's News Channel 6's Isabella Moody.
Due to ongoing construction in Broad Street, a new route was in place for this year's St. Patrick's Day Parade. And patrons we spoke to were split on whether they were upset about the parade route changing.
I don't know, we're on this side when it starts. We usually don't go to Broad Street because it's so crazy packed and the construction and everything. So it really hasn't changed how we see the parade, but we're just happy it just continues on every year.
I come to the St. Patrick's Day Parade in Augusta, Georgia every year. It's a tradition for us. and it's wonderful. I wish it was back on Broad Street. I really like it there better. But we'll see. This might turn out to be okay.
While some say having it on Broad Street is a tradition for them, others say they were happy either way to be able to get out there and celebrate the holiday.
We have a ball every single year. It doesn't matter where they hold it, what streets we walk up and down. We love celebrating St. Patrick's Day. It's our favorite time of the year. And so no worries at all with the change of route.
Nichols and her family have been a part of the Irish American Heritage Society, and today was a special day for her and her mom.
My family has been members of the Irish American Heritage Society for many moons, long before I came along, but we were Family of the Year in the early 2000s, and my mother is the Irish Lady of the Year this year.
Others were there for the first time and were thrilled at how fun the parade was and want to continue to come every year.
We're going to make it a tradition. My husband's out here with his stuff on, and we're going to get out here. We're going to do this every year. This is really nice. Yeah, and I'm expecting something even larger and larger each year.
This is my first time. I always go to Savannah, and this is my first time being in Augusta, and I'm enjoying it.
Despite the route change, people say they still felt the luck of the Irish today. In Augusta, Isabella Moody, WJBF News Channel 6.
And it was a sea of green in North Myrtle Beach for the 34th annual St. Patrick's Day Parade and Festival. Thousands lined the streets, enjoying floats, live music, and delicious Irish treats. Vendors also saw record turnout, with crowds eager for the festivities.
Myrtle Beach, it's got a lot going on, especially the beach. I do enjoy that part. But they always have these cool festivals going on, such as this parade.
And of course, there was something for everyone. Once again, this year's biggest St. Patrick's Day parade in the nation happened in Savannah. News Channel 6's John Hart was in the middle of the festivities.
Next month, Augusta will be the world headquarters for all things green, but on Saturday, it was Savannah for the 200th anniversary of the nation's largest St. Patrick's Day parade. An estimated 500,000 revelers began staking out the perfect spot at 6 a.m. Saturday morning during what is known as the land grab, the first moment they are allowed to set up along the parade route.
It started at like 11 p.m. last night. We packed the car, got up at like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Came down here, made alliances. Lots of friends.
I'm ready to
run
run
a
it.
thing.
Yeah, sprinting. I've been training. I'm just kidding.
Once the festivities began, the Red Pride Band from Lincoln County High School was one of more than 400 entrants, continuing this grand tradition. And if you're looking for another local connection to this celebration of Irish culture, the first dedicated Irish settlement in the state of Georgia was the Queensboro community in Jefferson County, which later became the town of Louisville. In Savannah, John Hart, WJBF News Channel 6.
And if you're thinking about strategies to avoid a hangover this St. Patrick's Day, well, think about this before you indulge. Popular remedies like liquid before beer or hair of the dog may not work. Experts debunk these myths, cautioning against risky practices like taking pain relievers before bed.
The one that I've heard very commonly is liquor before beer near the clear. And they've actually shown to this, they've done a study on this, and it's actually not true. It is, in fact, a myth. Alcohol is alcohol.
And if you do choose to drink, don't forget to eat beforehand and stay hydrated. But if you do overindulge while celebrating, remember AAA is offering its tow-to-go services this weekend for folks here in Georgia. It's now until Monday morning at 6. AAA will take you and your car to a safe location within a 10-mile radius. You cannot schedule a ride in advance, but the service is free to everyone. Also, if you need a ride to North Augusta and you're in Georgia, you can get a ride too. A 5-way kidney transplant connects donors and recipients. We'll take you there. Details.
The HIV.
In a heartwarming heartwarming chain of generosity, a 5-way kidney transplant brings hope to those awaiting donations. For more than 2 days, surgeons performed 10 surgeries, transforming lives that had waited for years. Medical experts say organ transplants like these can significantly enhance recipients' health and quality of life. The donor who initiated the chain expressed the profound impact on all involved.
It was really awesome to see all the family outside and then all 10 of us in a room who were involved in the chain. You see how many people were impacted by this, not just the people who were receiving, but their family members that love them.
And she adds the bond formed between donors and recipients, creating a network of support and gratitude that extends far beyond the operating room. Closer to home, the Rosa T. Beard Debutante Club is hosting its exhibition today. The event starts at 3 p.m. at the Lucy Craft Laney Museum of Black History that is on Phillip Street. And just to give you a little bit of background on the group, in 1963, 6 teenage girls at A.R. Johnson Junior High School went to one of their teachers, Rosa T. Beard, asking to start a debutante club. How about that? Sherry has a full check of the forecast coming up in less than 3 minutes.
Weather headlines on News Channel 6, brought to you by Jamie Casino Injury Attorneys.
I'll show you what it means to have a winning team on your side.
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live 5 for 6.
A good Sunday morning to you, and we have a beautiful shot to start off the day on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam outside the Augusta Marriott. Have a little bit of sunrise coming in there mixed in with some clouds, so soak up that sun while you can, because unfortunately today we're going to see a lot more clouds than we're going to see that sun, so take advantage of it while you can. Temperatures right now in those lower 50s, 53 here in Augusta. Winds pretty light and calm coming from the west at 7 miles per hour, and no issues with visibility this morning. So looking at the satellite and radar, so Mother Nature wants to celebrate the holiday. I've got some green going on here coming into the Peach State, and back behind it an associated front that once that moves through, we're going to see quite the change in our forecast for the week moving forward. But today it is definitely all about the green. But yesterday, so we hit a high temperature of 80 degrees, which is well above average of 71. So these warmer temperatures have us thinking about spring and starting that garden. But don't get too far ahead of yourself. Even though our farmers forecast looks great, we have no issues with drought as it's been pretty wet this year. So we've got over 9 inches of rain, and we're going to add some more today. But we do have little tricks and some shenanigans coming up in the forecast that we'll get to in just a minute. So focusing on today with the futurecast. So again, this morning, not too much cloud cover there, so we'll get to enjoy that sunrise. But over the next couple of hours, you'll see those clouds increase, and we will have one line of showers move in right around 10, 11 o'clock, especially for our northwestern lying counties. But they are going to be very light in nature, maybe even some light sprinkles to light rain. But that cloud cover will prevail throughout much of the afternoon. And then in the later afternoon, we'll see another band come through. This is going to mainly be south of I-20, I'm thinking. And again, notice the light greens, and so it's going to be a very light rain in nature. So, nothing to worry about there, and certainly nothing just severe. So timing out the trouble, if you will, I'm thinking it's going to be mainly an afternoon event. I'm going to go with a 30% chance of rain throughout the afternoon, with those chances increasing as we go into the evening and overnight hours. So that's great news. Hopefully we'll all be inside and getting ready for the week ahead. So again, light showers in nature. So accumulations, I'm thinking less than 1/10 of an inch for most of us, maybe up to 1/4 of an inch for our southern lying counties, where I think the bulk of the rain is going to be. So again, going to need the rain gear, but it's not going to be a washout or anything to be concerned with. So looking forward, the next holiday is going to be the first day of spring, coming in on Tuesday in 2 days. And how about this? We have a freeze watch. That's not very spring-like, is it? So these counties here in blue, we're looking at temperatures possibly in the low to mid-30s. That's Monday night through Tuesday morning, in effect until 10 a.m. So March Madness here is not only happening on the court, but also with our temperatures. So 80 yesterday, 70 today, down to 60 by Tuesday, and that's our high temperatures. And again, low temperatures going to plunge right at the freezing mark on Tuesday. So if you have planted anything, definitely want to take care of those, cover them, move them inside, as we're not quite done with the cold temperatures just yet. So your 10-day forecast going to have Have some green coming in on the radar for St. Patrick's Day today. A little bit cooler with temperatures only topping out in those lower 70s. And then we really take a nosedive with temperatures only in the 60s for the next couple of days. And can't forget that freeze watch coming in Tuesday morning.
And do you have that pollen forecast, Sherry? Because I would love to see how it looks now.
It's still lots of yellow, Sean. But hopefully the rain today will help just a little bit.
Okay, can't wait for it. Thank you. Well, you may be able to find a pot of gold for St. Patrick's Day. What's trending is next.
Well, one morning, me and my wife were headed to work. Bus came out right in front of us, and then I woke up hours later in the emergency room. I was worried about the health and well-being of my wife. My son contacted Austin Jackson. They took all the pressure off. They said they will handle everything. And when they meant everything, they meant everything. I would recommend Austin Jackson Law Firm because they relieve you from all the pressure. Get Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy.
Loose shingles, leaky roof, no.
We take real good care of you.
Hey y'all, welcome back. Time to take a look at what's trending. So as St. Patrick's Day festivities approach here in the U.S., people are spending a lot of green to celebrate. The National Retail Federation says that Americans are expected to shell out nearly $7 billion. That's up by $1 billion from last year. It's also the highest since the NRF started surveying consumers about their St. Patty's Day plans. Are you spending billions of dollars today?
I don't believe so. I don't know that I spent $1 on St. Patrick's Day related stuff.
Me either. I'm going to get probably some Krispy Kreme donuts or something like that. That's my celebration.
Tell me about these donuts.
Oh, speaking about these donuts, so if you're in luck, show up to any participating Krispy Kreme locations in the shop or drive-thru, and you can get a free donut. The offer lasts through today. And you don't need the luck of the Irish to take advantage. No purchase is necessary. And listen, you can only get one, okay?
Well, one free. You can
one
buy
free.
as many as you like.
Yeah, but only one free, right?
That dozen right there looks real good.
Yes, it does.
I might know where I'm going after this.
I hope the hot sign is on.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Well, if you're feeling the luck of the Irish, now may be a good time to purchase some lottery tickets. Mega Millions jackpot is now at $875 million, and the Powerball is at a whopping $600 million. This is the 6th time in the Mega Millions history that the jackpot has been so large. Mega Millions drawings are held on Tuesday and Fridays of each week, and the Powerball is on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday.
Okay, so we need to go get free green donuts and go buy lottery tickets so we can have lots of green.
Absolutely.
That's where I like to see the green the most in my bank account.
Yes, I love that. Absolutely. Well, coming up on Good Morning Augusta, a man sues over online dating gossip. Well, he's blaming. Details coming up, but first let's send to New York where Janae Norman is standing by with a look at what's coming up on Good Morning America. Good morning, Janae.
Good Sunday morning to you and happy St. Patrick's Day. Hope you're wearing your green. Coming up here on GMA, nationwide manhunt. What we know about a suspect wanted for shooting and killing a police officer in New Mexico who is responding to a call for roadside help, and how investigators connected the same suspect to a murder investigation on the East Coast. Plus, picking up the pieces, thousands working to clean up after that deadly slew of storms tore through several states, the destruction left behind, and what comes next for those impacted. And it is Selection Sunday. We're talking all things basketball, the NCAA men's and women's tournaments, brackets, March Madness, and expert analysis on who to watch, what to expect, everything you need to get you ready. Who's ready for Selection Sunday? That's all coming up right here on GMA. Hope you'll join us.
WJBF.com.
Weather headlines on News Channel 6, brought to you by Jamie Casino Injury Attorneys. The live 5 for 6 mobile app. Download it today. Live from Television Park, this is Good Morning Augusta on WJBF News Channel 6.
And it's 7:29. Thanks for staying with us. I'm Sean Cabbage-Stock. We're going to head back over to Sherry so she can let us know a little bit more about this rain that's on the way. Hey, my friend.
Good morning. So right now we have the golden shot here on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Camp. So beautiful colors, almost looking rainbow-like with those stratocumulus clouds in the sunrise. So yes, we've got the pot of gold here over Augusta. So we're very lucky to be here. So around the CSRA, temperatures pretty mild in the 50s, 53 in Augusta, 57 in Barnwell, so pretty mild there. 53 in Edgefield, looks like our cool spots. Aiken and McCormick at 52 degrees this morning. Winds not too shabby coming out of the west, looking like average around 7 miles per hour right now, so pretty calm there for us in the wind department. So we do have some approaching green stuff, and no, it's not just the shamrocks and the leprechauns. We've got some rain showing up on the radar. It's now moving into the Peach State ahead of the cold front that's going to really mix things up for us in the coming days with our forecast. So looking at that St. Patty's Day planner, so starting off in the 50s this morning, clouds will continue to increase throughout the morning hours. Then we'll see our first round of rain coming through around 11 to 12 o'clock. Temperatures warming into those upper 60s where we'll top off just at 70 degrees. And then we're tracking some afternoon light showers starting around 4 or 5 o'clock. So Sean asked about the pollen, so we've talking all about the green. Let's talk about the yellow. So it is going to be lots of it as we are at extremely high levels for the next several days. So that tops off at 12 and we are at 11.5 on Tuesday. So yes, lots of pollen about. But we do have those showers coming in today that will hopefully give us a little bit of relief. So I'll go over the St. Pat's Day showers and the crazy forecast coming up for the first part of the week, all coming up. Back to you, Sean.
All right, Sherry, thank you. Honeywell is recalling its L-series low-frequency fire alarm sounders and strobes. The company reports the risk of failure to alert consumers to a fire. The recall affects nearly 29,000 units, and those fire alarms are for residential apartments and commercial buildings. They're recommending completely replacing the alarm. The FDA just approved the first drug to fight liver inflammation. The drug specifically treats patients with non-alcoholic CTO hepatitis or NASH. NASH is a serious form of liver disease characterized by excessive fat buildup and inflammation in the liver. It can lead to liver scarring along with liver failure and liver cancer. The condition is often associated with other health problems like high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, and obesity. A question that many single women have if the guy they're seeing is seeing someone else. So there's a Facebook group that's dedicated to answering those questions. But one man says it's gone too far, has damaged his reputation, and now he's suing. Here's Morgan Francis.
The invite-only group, Are We Dating the Same Guy, started with seemingly pure intentions.
Hey, I've been dating my boyfriend for 2 years. He's acting weird. Is anyone dating him?
On its webpage, the founder says she operates red flag awareness groups around the world with the goal to keep women safe from, quote, dangerous or toxic men. Each page is location-based. The one here in Charlotte has 34,000 members, some of whom didn't want to talk on camera out of fear they'd get kicked out of the group.
They have no idea that they're even being posted on there. Because the first rule of Are We Dating the Same Guy they stole from Fight Club is you can't talk about it.
Mark Trent represents a Chicago man who claims Meta, Facebook, Are We Dating the Same Guy, and dozens of group members defamed and attacked his client's moral character by publishing false accusations about him on the site. In one instance, a group member shared a news article of another man who was charged with sexually assaulting a woman he met on a dating app. The plaintiff, Nico, apparently isn't the only one experiencing personal and false accusations that hurt more than just the ego.
Women are posting pictures of men, basically defaming them, making nasty comments, malicious comments. We've had men call us, say that they've been put on administrative leave, that they lost their job, that they didn't get promoted, that women will call them up and disengage from them from dating because they had one of their friends check them out on these groups.
One of the defendants is from South Carolina, but Trent believes some of the accounts operate under fake names. He also believes Meta is to blame and anticipates it's only a matter of time until he has a class action lawsuit.
Nico's image was always at the top of the page that was being monetized by Facebook through Facebook ads and otherwise. Well, how did that happen? It would only happen if Facebook was involved with the programming behind the group, not the group itself.
And that was Morgan Francis reporting for us. Tools for Success. Phyllis Smart joins me to talk about how women can mind their own business. Details next.
The The Live 5 for 6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai.
.com, Facebook, or Instagram.
Hey y'all, welcome back. A breakfast brunch is happening, and they want women to mind your business. Phyllis Smart is here to share more on what you can expect. Phyllis, it's great to see you.
It's good to see you, Sean, always.
And like I was telling you before, it's usually the other way around. I'm down in Allendale or Fairfax, and now you're here in the big old city.
Yes, I'm in the big A.
All right, let's get right to it. So this event is Saturday coming up. 10 to 1 over at USC Salcahatchee at the Atrium.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about the purpose of the event.
Mind Your Business Brunch. It came and it derived from the fact that I feel that women, if they really mind their business, Sean, the business that pays them, they'll be billionaires by now. It derived from the fact that I heard a conference by Sarah Jakes, and she had a Mind Your Business lunch. And I figured that, okay, God, I said, we really need to equip women to be able to mind their businesses that they have started, the businesses that pays them. And I thought that it would be a good idea to do it. Yeah.
Okay.
And it is Women in Business Month.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely.
It is. And I usually do something every March to be able to promote women in business. Yes.
And why is it so important for you to promote women in business?
Because I believe that there are so many times when women enter into business and they have great ideas.
Yeah.
They have great motivation to be able to do this business, but they do not have the resources that they need in order to do the business. So I have come together with some ladies, and we're going to offer them resources to be able to, for them to be able to sustain their businesses.
And it's a diverse expertise for these panelists. So kind of tell me a little bit about some of the panelists and their expertise.
Okay, you have Shaniqua Washington. She now lives and resides in Charleston, and Shaniqua is an international and national business owner. She has a business that she started in Ghana, and for women over there to be able to help them with feminine needs and to be able to empower them in their businesses. And you have Chris Humphrey. Chris is a podcaster, newscast girl, where she really pushes women to be able to do business with podcasts. You know, I'm not a techie girl, but she definitely is. She knows how to move and shake in that arena. And then we have Tamika Walker. Tamika Walker is a doula. She helps women give birth to their babies naturally.
Wow.
But she also has a health business, and that's big for me with health. And then we have Carmen Washington. Carmen Washington is an Allendale native. She calls herself the queen of real estate. She really helps a lot of women when it comes to real estate, how to be able to produce that business. And then we have, we have Cassandra Fry. I don't know why. That's my motivation girl. When I said she's my motivation girl, she literally produces merchandise for me. She could see it and she could produce it, and she has an international and national business as well.
How did you go about picking these particular ladies for this particular group?
It definitely is always a God thing.
Yes,
you know, he will pull me together with these ladies. Shaniqua Washington, one of the panelists, calls me the gatherer. And she said I could gather people from all walks of life and bring them together. But it definitely was a God thing, and he put it together, and we just went forth with it.
And you mentioned it'll be opportunities for the participants to get business cards from these folks and different things like that as well.
Yes, we really want the ladies that are coming to be able to have a one-on-one with the panelists, to be able to not feel that the panelists are so big that they cannot talk to them. This group that is coming of panelists, they are very humble women.
Yeah.
They're women that know what it is to start from the bottom and now have made it. And so we want to keep it that way. We don't want them to ever feel that someone is above them. And I think that they're going to really have a good experience from these ladies.
And you told me before this is free 99 because God told you to make it free, right?
Yes, God told me to make it free, and I was like, what? But my motto is, if it's your will, God, it's your bill. So he'll make sure that everything goes into place. And we have had sponsorship from as far as Washington, D.C. to be able to sponsor this event with us. USC partnered with us to be able to make this event free. So, yes, it's free. It's definitely a free event.
And what is your hope for ladies to learn from this once it's over?
What I want them to be able to see that they can do it. That they can stay, if they stay consistent with their business and not bow out and not let life become overwhelming, then they'll see that they can do it. I definitely want them to see that you have to run a legitimate business. We have the tendency to want to do hair at home, nails at home, and those things are now things of the past. People cannot see your expertise unless you get out of your house, unless you get out of your comfort zone, because many of them have become comfortable doing it like that. And in that comfort zone, they will never see the greatness that they could do, how far they could go.
Okay, sounds good to me. So this event, again, is going to be this Saturday.
Yes.
From 10 until 1 over at USC Salkehatchie at the Atrium.
Yes.
Ms. Phillips, thank you for coming here
Thank
all the way
you,
to
Sean.
Augusta. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you so much.
No
Thank you for
problem.
having me.
Anytime. And we'll be right back.
Accidents turn at SnopesHondaSKia.com.
At Tile Center, our passion is for people and the living space they share. We totally understand that your home is a big part of your life, and our goals are to inspire your creativity. We'll help you feel comfortable about transforming your living space into a showplace you can be really proud of. Come see why for yourself at any of our locations at Tile Center or online at tilecenter.com. Your tile and stone experts.
With bad traffic. The WJBF Live Viper 6 Skyview Network is sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Low prices, big selection, and committed to quality customer service. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
So the luck of the Irish is on our side, looking at this sunrise shot on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam outside of the Augusta Marriott. So we've got a few little clouds mixed in there, but definitely a beautiful sunrise for us. And soak up that sun while you can, because unfortunately, it's not going to stick around throughout much of the day as cloud cover takes over. Right now, temperatures in those lower 50s, 53 degrees here in Augusta. Winds coming from the west at 7 miles per hour, and no issues there with visibility. Just a beautiful morning there for us. But again, it's not going to last too much longer, as we do have a band of rain coming into the Peach State, going through Atlanta right now, and it is heading our direction. And back behind it, associated cold front that's going to bring in drier and much cooler air into our forecast for the start of the week. So today we do have a little bit of trouble, but hey, it's St. Patrick's Day, so why not have a little shenanigans there, as we have some rain chances coming in right around lunchtime. I think it's going to be very isolated in nature, so definitely not a widespread event throughout much of the day. But then as we go later into the afternoon and overnight hours, our chances of rain definitely increase, especially for those of us south of I-20. So not a total washout of a day, but might want to have that rain jacket in green handy as we go through this Sunday. So let's play out this future cast. So here we are this morning. See clouds starting to move into the area, and then there's that band of showers that's just to our west right now. That will continue to advance eastward over the next couple of hours, kind of push throughout midday. Then in the early afternoon hours, it'll mainly just be clouds that are covering the sky, maybe a few sprinkles popping in there, but mainly just a cloudy day. But then as we go into the afternoon hours, we'll have that second band of rain that pushes through, and again, mainly south of I-20, I'm thinking. But notice the colors, they are staying green, so they are celebrating the holiday with us. So that lighter green color indicates lighter showers, so definitely not a washout. In fact, looking at our rain totals, looking at maybe 1/10 of an inch, especially for our southern line counties. If you get some heavier pockets of rain, maybe up to 1/4 of an inch in some places, but definitely thinking it's going to be light in nature. So that's great news there for us. So farmers forecast, of course, looking great, as it has been pretty wet this year. So we've had lots of rain. It's feeling good outside. So I know we're getting excited and ready to plant that garden. But hold your horses, even though spring is just 2 days away, and we were in the 80s yesterday, going to be in the 70s today. We're not quite ready for all that. So starting Monday, so once that front goes through, winds will definitely start to pick up. You see we've got some pretty breezy conditions moving into Monday afternoon, and those winds are bringing in cooler temperatures. In fact, we have a freeze watch in effect for the counties there in blue. That will be from Monday night till 10 o'clock Tuesday morning, because we're looking at temperatures near freezing. So yes, March Madness not only happening on the court, but also in our temperature trend. It's 80s yesterday, 70s today, plunging with a high of 60 for the first day of spring before we start to warm up just a bit later on in the week. And those were the high temperatures, low temperatures plunging right at the freezing mark. So yes, spring with a question mark, as it is not going to feel like it in those mornings. But we do have a nice day on tap for today. Just a little cloudy, some sprinkles here and there, and light rain as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day. But then tomorrow will be sunny and breezy before we have really cold temperatures and possibly a morning frost on Tuesday. That's your forecast, and we'll be right back.
Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
If you thought basketball was over in the CSRA, you would be mistaken, as a full day of all-star events took place on Saturday over at Josie High School. Such an exciting day over at Josie. It was jam-packed with events. There was an influencer game, a dunk contest, a skills competition, an all-star game for both boys and girls who play at the high school level. The event was organized by leaders in the community who say that having people invest in sports is beneficial for the community as well as the kids who live there.
Especially with the game that you see behind me, this is really the influencer game. Really the people who give back to our community, who have things going on, small business owners and stuff like that. I think that, just bring them out, give the fans something to see for the entertainment side and the actual talent side, So I think the All-Star game for us, skills competition, dunk contest and stuff like that, I think it's great for our community. After the dunk contest and skills competition, we will have the high school girls and boys All-Star game. So the dunk contest is going to be the main thing everybody will want to see.
The dunk contest was especially awesome. Overall, such a fun event featuring so many talented athletes in the CSRA. The USC Aiken men's basketball team took on Emmanuel in the first round of the NCAA D2 tournament. Unfortunately, the number 2 seed came up just short against the number 7 seed Lions, falling 70-69. Still a sensational year for the Pacers. We can't wait for next season. Over at Westlake High School in Atlanta, Kennedy Myers is number 1 in the country after her big win in the girls' 100-meter hurdles. She finished with a very impressive time of 13.52. A huge congrats to Kennedy and her family. We know we'll see great things from her in the future. The Augusta Jags baseball team hosted Claflin for a doubleheader, and the Jags took Game 1 5-2 and then followed it up with a very impressive win in Game 2 18-1, which they earned in 7 innings. The Jags will look to earn the series sweep on Sunday. First pitch is at 1 p.m. Saturday was the 3rd round of the Players Open Championship, and Wyndham Clark started the day with a 4-stroke lead. Clark shooting from the deep rough on the first hole. He'll get it on the green just 5 feet to the pin. He would birdie, and then on the second hole, here's his second shot, way amongst the trees. Clark not only gets it out of the trees, but he's able to hit it well and find the fairway. A great shot from Clark. He would save par and maintain his 4-stroke lead early on, but Xander Schauffele was hot on Clark's tail, and on the 12th hole, Schauffele putting for birdie and a chance to tie the lead. He sinks it and erases Clark's 4-stroke lead. They're now tied at 16 under. Then on the 14th hole, that's where Schauffele would earn his edge, 58 feet out. Schauffele with a great line. He hits it well, and it's just enough to get into the hole. Xander Schauffele takes a 1-stroke lead. He'd hold that all day and enter the clubhouse at 17 under. So with that, let's get a quick visual here. Xander Schauffele snuck past Wyndham Clark to take the lead at 17 under. Then in third, we have Brian Harmon. Matt Neesmith is our low local at 8 under, and he's tied with former Georgia Bulldog Sepp Straka. Also, Aiken's Kevin Kisner, a lead analyst in the booth this weekend. With one final round on Sunday, there's still lots of excitement to come from Ponte Vedra. We'll be keeping an eye on the players, but for now, that does it for morning sports.
All right, Kira, thank you, and we'll be right back.
Weather headlines on News Channel 6, brought to you by Jamie Casino Injury Attorneys. The News Channel, KNBTractor.com.
All right, Sherry, so what can folks expect with this St. Patrick's Day?
We're going to see lots of green in person and on the radar all around. But hey, it's fun and festive. So yes, we're looking at some scattered showers. First round kind of coming through for our northwestern lying counties this morning. And then the bulk of the rain we'll see probably south of I-20 this afternoon. But it's going to be very light in nature, not a total washout, but a green rain jacket handy might not be a bad idea. Highs in the lower 70s, and then we really nosedive to welcome the first day of spring on Tuesday with highs in the 60s and lows near freezing.
And hopefully it'll be a washout for all this pollen share.
Yes, we want to just focus everywhere it's yellow. We want to wash that away.
Well, y'all, thank you for joining the Cool Kids on your favorite weekend morning news. Have a great week. We're back next weekend. And I love you, Mama.